Shalom from Jerusalem. This is Uriel, Independent News, Yerushalayim, Israel. So, what do you think about Syria and the regime that's getting ready to fall?
Well, we hope for the people of Syria. We believe in democracy, and we hope that there'll be a transition in which Assad, who is a dictator, will leave, hopefully peacefully. If not, people will get him out, and hopefully there'll be a transition of democracy. In terms of the weapons that he has there, I hope that they are disposed of. There's no need to have chemical weapons. He poses a threat not just to Israel, but to all the surrounding countries that are peace-loving.
Now, do you think that if Hassan Nasrallah from Lebanon takes a hold of these weapons, do you think that he really might pose a threat towards Israel?
If they fall into the hands of Hezbollah, it's not a question if, it's a question of when they will use them. And absolutely, and I think that'll be a game changer for Israel and the other countries that believe in democracy and peace. And I think they're going to have to go in and remove those weapons.
Now, how come NATO has not gone in and intervened in the situation in Syria, yet they went into Libya and they brought out the dictator Muammar Gaddafi out?
Okay.
You think that NATO should have gone in and taken care of this regime with Assad?
NATO, I think in the eyes of many of Israelis and Americans and other people in the democratic world, see NATO as nothing but a paper tiger. And what they can do for Syria is a lot. Are they willing to do something? Not at all.
Now, do you know anything about the Muslim Brotherhood? They took over Libya, they took over now Egypt,
yes.
And now they're working their way towards Syria. Do you think that they might pose a threat towards the nation of Israel?
Absolutely. And if you go on their websites, you read their manifestos, their goal is not democracy, but to create a new caliph in which they can present Islam throughout the world. And for them, it's a belief of if you don't convert, you'll be converted by the sword. And so they pose a threat not just to Israel, but to everybody.
Now, when Morsi found out that he was the new elect president of Egypt, the cleric spoke out in front of 1 million people, and he basically stated that we will march towards Jerusalem and we will take Jerusalem and make it the capital of Islam. Was that a fair and accurate statement for him to make?
Absolutely, and to also understand that what he says in Arabic to his people is completely different than what is said in English for consumption of the Western world. He knows how to play the politics very well and to try to garner support financially, because Egypt would not be able to survive without financial support from the United States and other countries, and so he wants those dollars to come, and so he'll speak in terms of peace and love, but to his own people, he's going to call for the destruction of Israel and to take over Jerusalem.
One final question. America is holding the presidential elections now in November. Do you think that Obama has really been fair towards the nation of Israel, other than his talk?
Has he been fair? To an extent. Is he best for Israel? I don't think so. I think Mitt Romney, Republican presidential candidate, I believe his beliefs, be it religious or his convictions by heart, are more towards Israel than President Obama.
This is Uriel, Independent News, Yerushalayim, Israel. Shalom.